second. Throw goes over to first, not quite in time. Ty Householder's got great range over there at short, but he is playing second, by the way, in this one. So at short, you got Winston Welter, who also obviously has got great range. He fields, he fires, but not able to get it there in time. It was hit to deep short, and Frazier is on with a single. This is the Cape Cod squad that did not suffer from the lack of hits last night. It was the lack of runs that got us into extra innings, but it certainly wasn't the lack of hits. There were plenty of those into double digits for Team Cape Cod. Ryan Proto steps in with a base runner aboard. Sam Majeski moves to the on-deck circle. Nothing in one on Ryan Proto. Sam Majeski will follow, throw over to first, and safely back goes Michael Frazier. That defense for Charleston, of course, Austin Hicks is on the hill, Garrison Keene behind the plate. At first, you'll find Trey McDaniel. The second baseman is Ty Householder. At short, Winston Welter. Third belongs to Wyatt Pratt. In the outfield, Cole Nichols is in left. The center fielder is Palmer Campbell. Right field belongs to Jason Jarrell. Foul back by Ryan Proto, 1-2. One ball, couple of strikes on Proto. Frazier with his lead over at first, being held on there by Trey McDaniel. Cape Cod decked out in the different shades of blue and white. In the green, kind of a camo look. Along with the yellow is the Fighting Squirrels of Charleston. Here's the 1-2 offering. It is just outside of the strike zone. It is warm again, and earlier in the week when World Series play began back about 7 days ago, it was hazy and smoky. Not so much now. Hit and run. Proto slaps it over towards third, but foul, picked up by Pratt. But in foul territory, Frazier will have to come back to first. But since there's no smoke and no haze, temperatures have gone skyward. It is currently 100 degrees in Ephrata. Feels like 100. South winds at 5. Humidity at 12%. Visibility at 8. UV index is 2. 2-2 offering. Runner goes. Proto lifts it towards the gap into right center field. And Ryan Proto has got Frazier on his way to third. He will be there standing. Proto is the base runner at first. So back-to-back singles. Have a couple of base runners on. They're on the corners for Sam Majeski. Mac Lavarge moves to the on-deck circle. An appeal to second. The squirrel suggestion was that Michael Frazier missed second. But umpire Jim Burns says, don't think so. Your officiating crew, by the way, Dennis Duke behind the plate, Jeremy Cranston at first, Jim Burns is at second, Ricky Bryan, he's at third. Swing and a miss by Majeski. Well, let's take a look. Did Michael Frazier miss second? And the answer would be no. Got it right there on the corner when he made the turn to go to third. Proto taking off for second. Throw will go down. Householder's got it. Whips it over to try to tag Proto. Won't be able to do so. A stolen base and a couple of base runners in scoring position. The only unbeaten team in World Series play, Charleston. They knocked off Ephrata 3-1, Mount Olive 9-4, Cape Cod. That's right, these two have already faced one another. Did it in pool play. Cape Cod 10-3 and beat Surrey County 3-0. High with the pitch to Sam Majeski. Shout-outs already coming in. Everybody, well, not everybody, but many with the phone number already in their phones and getting those texts in. We'll start him in the third officially. Swing and a miss. And Majeski is out number 1. One away for Mac LaBarge. Will Leathers moves to the on-deck circle. And Hicks will pick up his first K of the game, his 11th of the World Series. 4 games for everybody in pool play. 1 game if you lose, of course depending on when you lose in bracket play. But it's single elimination. Win, advance, lose, and go home. Cape Cod and Ephrata victors yesterday. Cape Cod taking on Charleston. Ephrata battling Mid-County today. Into the strike zone again. 0-2 on LaBarge. And I think LaBarge saying, okay, I thought it was maybe a little low, but you're saying it's good. Dennis Duke says, yep, I thought so. And LaBarge will step back in. Got a couple of base runners in scoring position. Proto and Frazier both got on with singles. Here's the, nope. Thought the 0-2 was coming, but Hicks turns and looks at Proto. Well, you've got a couple of teams from obviously other parts of the country. Cape Cod representing New England, Charleston representing the Midwest Plains. So you would not have as large a crowd as you would if Moses Lake or Ephrata or Vancouver was playing, some teams from here in the state of Washington. But if you look along both sidelines and you don't have that view we do, not a bad crowd on hand for a very warm Friday afternoon. 1 ball, couple of strikes on LaBarge. Into the strike zone, out goes LaBarge, 2 away with Will Leathers coming to the plate. So back-to-back singles get Frazier and Proto on, but then back-to-back Ks take Majeski and LaBarge out, and it's up to Will Leathers.
Left fielder number 8, Will.
2 gone in the first. Nick Carr moves to the on-deck circle. Opening pitch swung on and missed by Leathers. It took 10 innings to get 2 runs last night in that Cape Cod victory over Moses Lake. It's been kind of a traumatic last couple of days for Cape Cod. They had to wait and see what was going to happen between Ephrata and Mount Olive to see if they got in. And waited until the 10th to play a couple of runs and knock off Moses Lake last night. Count even, 1 apiece. Too tall with the toss. It certainly made the most of getting in last night. This Charleston squad, well, on virtue of their #1 seeding in the American Division, of course, knocked off everybody, unbeaten coming in. Got to sit yesterday out. That's the bonus for finishing 1. As you sit out the quarterfinals and advance directly to the semis. And the Fighting Squirrels well rested. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Will Leathers. Sent foul over to the left side, out of play. One ball, couple of strikes. We'll get you updated on Major League scores before the day is done. Here's the rest of the agenda too. Your shout-outs. Twitter followers scooped up by Householder over to first, not in time, and the run will come in. It will be an infield Will Leathers single that brings in Michael Frazier. And Cape Cod not waiting until the 10th of this one as they plate their first runner and first run in the first inning.
Right fielder number 13, Nick Carr.
Wrapped over towards Welter. Fields it short, goes to first, gets Nick Carr on the putout that goes 6-3. 1 run will play, couple of base hits, 3 go down. We have played a half inning into the semifinals officially. Cape Cod finishing their first at-bat. We'll check out the Squirrels when we return.
Today's Best Western is more rewarding than ever. Rewards members get our best rates every stay. And with rewards points that never expire, you get more free nights at over 4,200 hotels worldwide, gift cards, and instant rewards. Now get a $10 gift card with every night you stay. Let's go get rewarded. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Before the final touches were made, before the swing was built, before the trees were there, before the holes were dug, before any of that, a call was made so all underground lines could be marked, so the holes could be dug, the trees could be planted, the swing could be built, and the final touches made to a picture-perfect project. Dream, plan, prepare. Call 811 before you dig.
1 run placed in the top part of the inning. Cape Cod taking a 1-zip advantage into the bottom part. Cole Nichols, the left fielder, starting things off. Well, he will bat first, and then Ty Householder, the second baseman, will bat in the 2 spot. Rest of the order, the EH Braden Cox in the 3 hole. Trey McDaniel playing first, will bat 4th. Wyatt Pratt is the 3rd baseman in the 5 spot. Winston Welter, shortstop, batting 6th. Jason Gerald is in right field, hitting 7th. Palmer Campbell, center fielder's got the 8 hole. Austin Hicks, the pitcher, will bat 9th. Garrison Keene is behind the plate, hitting 10th for the Fighting Squirrel. All facing Michael Daugherty. Daugherty has been on the hill before in the Mount Olive game when he gave up a total of 5 hits, a run, struck out 8, and walked 1. So Daugherty has had an opportunity to rest as well. We talked about the Fighting Squirrel getting an opportunity to rest. Daugherty has had a lengthy time to rest, should be fresh on the hill, and he will have this to back him up defensively. Ryan Proto behind the plate. C.J. McCabe at first. The second baseman is Michael Frazier. At short, Sam Majeski. Mac LaBarge is at 3rd. In the outfield, Will Leathers in left. Center field belongs to Nathan Amaker. And in right field, Nick Carr. So there is your offense, there is your defense. Cole Nichols will step in to lead things off for the Squirrels, down by a run. The goal, win the game, advance to the championship tomorrow at 1. Proto last few words with Daugherty, and then we'll squat down behind the plate, getting ready for the opening pitch. And there are some more unique uniforms for the Charleston, Missouri squad. I like the approach. I mean, they've come with the 2 acorns on the jersey and kind of a camo look. Of course, the camo would suggest forest. The forest would suggest animals. Animals would suggest squirrels. So there's probably some thought pattern behind the camo. Two-0 pitch to Nichols. It is popped up. Over towards right field. Nick Carr there. He will make the catch. There's 1 away. And our producer, James Crenshaw, in the truck, who talks to me, but you can't hear what he says. But I can pass along that the trousers and socks have that old Oakland A's look. Back when Eckersley was on the hill, you had McGuire and Canseco in the outfield, and now Reggie Jackson days as James is continuing to speak baseball. That's going back a bit further than Canseco and McGuire. Pitch into the strike zone, much to the chagrin of some Squirrels. Counting it at 1 on Ty Householder. He will deposit it over towards second. Frazier goes over, Fields fires, gets the out, and there's 2 away. Braden Cox, the EH, is next. Well, the Bash brothers, I think, were in the 80s, maybe. Canseco and McGuire, and then, of course, that was the team that had Ricky Jackson on it. Eckersley, or Ricky Henderson, rather. And then Eckersley, and I think the rest of the team. One hop right over to Labarge, hits the mitt, then Labarge not sure where it is. It had trickled beyond Labarge over towards the grass. And let's see what that is scored, as it certainly had some mustard on it. That will be a base hit. Well, when it's got that kind of mustard, it's more like habanero. And Braden Cox will be over at first. Compliments of the base hit. Trey McDaniel steps in. Of course, Team Cape Cod fans say, wait a minute, Eckersley really never played for anybody worth anything until he came to the Red Sox. And played for Boston. Popped up. Over towards right field. Trotting over to make the catch, Nick Carr. And heck, Nick, why don't you make that a little more spectacular? He might be trying to make hashtag Babe Ruth WS with a big play in right field. One base hit. 4 go up, 3 go down. We have played an inning, and it's a 1-0 Cape Cod lead.
Hi, I'm a kid, and I am here to tell you why fruit is good for you. It is healthy for your muscles, your brain, your eyes, your heart, and your body. I've been sitting behind this big tray of fruit, and it looks so good, and it smells so good, and I haven't gotten one piece.
When your sport team has a great game or season, come celebrate your team's hard work at Lake Bowl and Moses Lake. Our Redemption Center game room is loaded with fun. Lake Bowl wants to help you recognize your team's accomplishments with fun and affordable packages. Bring your team in to eat, play, and have some fun. Team celebrations are a blast at Lake Bowl. Give us a call or visit our website for more information. Lake Bowl, Moses Lake's Family Entertainment Center.
Doesn't it seem to always happen this way? The guy that makes the big catch typically headed to the plate. Well, I guess somewhere along the line skipped Nick Carr in the top part. Well, it doesn't always happen that way, obviously, as C.J. McCabe will start things off. Well, how about this way? Doesn't it always happen this way? One guy that ends the inning offensively ends it defensively. Listen, I'm stretching. Didn't realize that it was McCabe who was going to start things off. Mike Daugherty, Nathan Amaker due up in the inning too. Swing and a miss by McCabe. 1-0 Cape Cod advantage. One base hit at the bottom of the first. Shoutouts coming up in the third and fourth innings. And I see that our backlog is growing. Let's see how many messages we're up to. 14. And we'll start those in the third and fourth. That's when we reserve for allowing you to be part of the cheering fans via cyberspace. Out goes McCabe, out number 1 here in the second.
Pitcher number 24, Mike Daugherty.
1 away for Mike Daugherty. Nathan Amaker moves to the on-deck circle. Charleston coming in, as we mentioned, with a 4-0 mark. Cape Cod is 3-2. Finished pool play at 2-2. Knocking off Surrey County 6-1, Mount Olive 5-1. Then lost back-to-back games to Ephrata 6-3 and Charleston 10-3. But then in the 10th inning of last night's quarterfinals, knocks off Moses Lake 2-0. And the big thing is get in. You get in whether you got a 4-0, a 3-1, a 2-2, 1-3, or, well, you're not going to get in with an 0-4, but regardless of what your pool play mark is, it's how you fare in bracket play. And there are some who would tell you that having played a ball game within 24 hours is a plus. It kind of gives you a feel for the game. You're in a rhythm of sorts. 3-2 the count on Daugherty. Fouled off, it stays 3-2. Nathan Amaker will follow. Gentle breeze blowing into the face of the hitter. The American flag in center field is our gauge for how the winds are faring. Wrap third. Pratt goes over to first, gets Daugherty on the 5-3, and there's 2 away. Nathan Amaker next. Top of the order awaits. 1-run plates in the first inning for Cape Cod. Thus far, that is the difference. When you get to the bottom part of inning number 1, Will Pratt, Winston Welter, Jason Jarrell. There's another base hit, third one of the contest, first one of the second. And the 2-out single has Nathan Amaker on. Nathan Amaker is one of those 9-hitters that when you get to the 9 spot, you're not thinking about a guy that can't get on. Amaker is a very good 9-hitter. It's almost like having, when you get to that point in the order, 2 leadoff guys. You've got Amaker and then Michael Frazier, who comes to the plate. Frazier with a single and a run scored. Lifted towards left field. Cole Nichols will go over. He will make the catch. And the top of the second comes to an end. 1 base hit, 1 left on. Nobody scores in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the inning. Still 1-0, Team Cape Cod.
Are your kids rough on your furniture? Things looking a little run down? Then come to More Furniture in Ephrata and we can help get things back in order. We have all the top name brands made with strong quality support, including Sealy Posturepedic mattresses, because whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. The next time your furniture is in need of some replacing, stop into More Furniture in Ephrata, locally owned and trusted for over 100 years.
On the left, the $6 footlong Subway Club with turkey, Black Forest ham, and roast beef. On the right, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki dripping in sweet onion sauce. 2 footlongs enter, none leave, because you ate them. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki and the Subway Club, they're footlongs and they're $6 each. Subway, so much sandwich.
Bottom of the second, Winston Welter leading things off. Jason Jarrell, Palmer Campbell due up in the inning 2. Quick reminder, love to have you as a friend on Facebook. We hit 10,000 earlier in the week, and then things have gotten a little quiet on Facebook. So if you have not followed us yet, liked us on Facebook, please do. 10,239. Hey, what about 10-3 at least before we leave? I know that's reducing the goal from a 10-5 to a 10-3, but go to Facebook, put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. And then, of course, you can follow us on Twitter, but you're going to want to wait on that until the 6th inning so we can honor you. But get ready to follow us on Twitter, but like us on Facebook. And if you already have, then call up friends and neighbors. If there's a big watch party going on right now, you need to ask around. Say, hey, guys, if y'all like Jock Jive, of course, at most of the watch parties, whether in Missouri or Massachusetts, you probably aren't going to be saying y'all. That is a part of our Southern heritage. But you know what I'm getting at. You know, find out if everybody has liked us on Facebook inside on Wyatt Pratt. And if they haven't, they need to. Speaking of watch parties, if you have got one going on, how about a photo and share it with our Facebook page. Jock Jive Sports. Jock Jive Sports. Put that in the search engine. And, of course, you got to include some information. A little caption that tells us what's happening at the watch party, where it is, that kind of stuff. Into the strike zone, 2-1. Wyatt Pratt, Winston Welter, Jason Jarrell. Pratt wraps it to Majeski at short. He will go over to first. A bit of a low throw, but McCabe able to get it. And there's one away. One gone for Winston Welter. Jason Jarrell will follow. Another warm day here in Ephrata, Washington. I mentioned 100 when we got this one underway. We had, just to tell you how warm it is, had a little bit of a technical issue before we got on, and then basically determined it was heat related. They just warmed up some of the equipment to where it was too hot to function. It is very warm here in Washington. Here's the 1-0 pitch, fouled out of play. Great to have you watching, though, wherever you may be doing so, not just geographically. But the game is on the Babe Ruth Facebook page. The game is on Afraid of World Series 2017.com. And the game is on our website, jockjive.com. The game is on iFiber. So plenty of means by which to watch the game. 2-1 offering to Welter. And the count will even up at 2. Spencer, Heather, and Darren, we've again got to say thanks. Providing equipment, providing camera ops, tripods, and of course, most importantly, vittles. That's more of that southern vernacular, but food. So thank you very much, iFiber. 3-2 pitch, popped up. Shallow center field. Majeski over to make the catch, and there's 2 gone. 2 away for Jason Gerald. Palmer Campbell coming to the plate after the Gerald at bat. By the way, speaking of Southern, we pack the bags, head back south on Sunday, and then kick off volleyball and football season on the 23rd in Wadley, Alabama on the 23rd. With the ACCC, the Alabama Community College Conference. 24th, we will be in Milledgeville, Georgia. Georgia Military College versus Navarro. One hopped right back to Dortry, and Dortry says, yeah, this is pretty simple stuff. Just reach over, make the catch, put it into the bottom part of the second. By the way, you can indeed go to our website, top part of the website, all the different channels. Watch whatever you like. We go to the third, get to your shout-outs when we return on Jock Jive Sports.
Sure, Trustology is about sharing our financial expertise and helping our clients succeed. But it's also about helping local families enjoy a more festive holiday season, making sure parents have the supplies they need, and giving local charities everything they can grab in 90 seconds. It's employees who have a passion for serving their neighbors and the communities they live in. When you see Washington Trust's crew in blue doing their thing, that's Trustology in action. See more at Trustology.
Top of the third, number 2 spot in the order. Ryan Proto will start things off. Sam Majeski, Mac Labarge due up in the inning 2. We are in the third. You know what we do in the third. Take your shout-outs. Do it this inning and the next. 334-488-1385. 334-488-1385. It will appear on your scoreboard momentarily. And that's what you need to put into your phone to text shout-out. Shout-out to Jake Morris, Team CC. Good luck from Grammy in New Hampshire. I love you. Mac and Team Cape Cod, you're almost there, and you can do this. Can't wait to see that trophy. From Paul Gubby and CC watching from Dennisport. Popped up to Householder at second, and there's one away in the third. Sam Majeski next. He struck out in the first.
Shortstop number 5, Sam.
Go Jake Morris and Team Cape Cod from JoJo and Sophie in Falmouth, Massachusetts. Into the strike zone to Majeski. Shout out to the Bell City boys, Austin, Bobby, and Cole. Go Squirrels, go Nuts from the Hunts. Go Team Cape Cod, go Will Leathers. Your family is watching from all over the country. Go Ryan and Team Cape Cod from Grandpa Hallis in Cape Cod. 0-2 quickly on Majeski. Mac Labarge will follow. It is rolled foul to the left side. Eddie, Deb, and Ash are wishing Team Cape Cod a win all the way from Bend, Oregon. Shout out to number 12, Mike Frazier from Grandma and Grandpa Frazier, Uncle Murray and Vicky, Christy and Cooper from Cape Cod, the home of the Quahog. Great job, Frazier. Keep up the good work. Team CC from Mom and from Dad. Fouled off again. It stays 0-2. Miss you, Blake Simmons from Aunt Lee, Charleston, Missouri. Hashtag Go Nuts. Shout out to Team Cape Cod. Get her done from Paul Proto. Strikeout, Majeski, 2 gone here in the third. Mac Labarge coming to the plate.
Number 17,
2 away, nobody aboard. Hey Mac, Angie and I wish you the best of luck tonight from Cape Cod. Shout out to Team CC and number 10, Noah Wallers. Keep feeding us the wins in Sandwich, Massachusetts. Love you, Mom. Go TCC from the Mulherns. Count evens up 1 each on Labarge. He was a strikeout victim in the first. Well, the shout out says, don't let us win today, but that's probably do let us win today. Let's go Cape Cod from Kevin. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Labarge, 2 gone, nobody aboard. Kitty and Maura in Hull, Massachusetts are shouting out Cape Cod. Shout out to Sam Majeski from Monica, Bob, Bella, Fernando, Diego, and Batman from Bass River, Massachusetts. Count evens, 2 each on Labarge. Tuning in once again and cheering on our Fighting Squirrels. I think half the town is tuned in as well. Molly and Junior Delay, Charleston, Missouri. Hashtag Go Nuts. Great to have half the town. Question is, what's up with the other half? I got a feeling they're keeping an ear out too for what's going on here in Ephrata. 3-2 offering. It is out of the strike zone. Labarge given a 2-out walk. First runner since the first inning as Labarge gets on for Will Leathers. Big shout out for Nantasket Beach, or from Nantasket, to Dan and Ryan of Team Cape Cod with love from Aunt Nancy. Down to the strike zone to Will Leathers. Shout out to Sam the Magic Man Majeski and Team Cape Cod from Bob and Sue's from the tropics of sunny Cape Coral, Florida. Here is the 1-0 pitch to Will Leathers. Nick Carr is on deck. High and away, 2-0. Shout out to both of these ball clubs and to the Squirrels, the only unbeaten team from the Duke jersey behind home plate. Here's the 2-0. And that got a piece of Leathers. He will trot down to first. So 2 go down quickly, and then Labarge is walked. Leathers hit by a pitch. And a couple of base runners on for Nick Carr. Speaking of Nick, shout out to Nick Carr. Love you much from Mom, Nana, and Grampy in Rutland, Massachusetts. Cheers. Great job, Squirrels. Proud of you in Charleston, Missouri. Good luck, Charleston Fighting Squirrels. Watching from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Hashtag Go Nuts. P.S. We do say y'all in southern Missouri. Okay, good. Of course, it's southern Missouri. Right throw goes to second. Able to get back in is Labarge. That was close. Looked like Welter had laid the tag on Labarge, but he's able to get back in safely. Ryan Prono may be number 14 on the field, but he's number 1 in our hearts. Wrap towards Welter. He will scoop it up. Goes the quickest route to an out, which is over to second. A couple of base runners left on. Nobody scores. Top of the third. It's still 1-0. Team Cape Cod. We go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the order coming up for those Fighting Squirrels from Missouri.
Your eyes are a window to your health. And now introducing the latest in technology for diagnosing eye disease. Ephrata Eye Care has been serving the Columbia Basin for 20 years with a friendly professional staff They'll help you select eyewear that is right for you. Big and wide is the way to describe the selection of leading brands of eyewear. No more dilation with the new OptoMap ultra-wide field imaging. Ephrata Eye Care. Call today for your next appointment, 754-2020. Where does everyone go after the game? Where does everybody go before the game? Where does everybody go to watch the game? 12 Hawks, right in the middle of downtown Ephrata. Big screens everywhere, great food, great selection of your favorite spirits. It's where the friends meet. I'm not going to begin to describe all the items on the menu. You'll have to stop by and see for yourself. 12 Hawks, 140 West Division in downtown Ephrata.
We head to the bottom part of the third. Palmer Campbell will start things off. Austin Hicks, Garrison Keene, 2 up in the inning, 2 more shout-outs. Looking good, Team Cape Cod, watching on the computer from Fort Myers, Florida, Fenway South. Love to number 5, Sam Majeski from Mimo and Papa. Go Team Cape Cod. Go Will Leathers. Your family is watching from all over the country. Shout out to Team Cape Cod from the Dugout Dogs in Hyannis, Massachusetts. We love you, Ryan Proto from the Treehouse. Zeb Tilton. That's a great place to watch a game. Shout out to Logan Damesworth. Go LD from Aunt Amy. Into the box steps Palmer Campbell. Austin Hicks, Garrison Keene, 2 up in the inning as well, all facing Michael Dorkery in a 1-zip game. Shout out says, keep throwing strikes, MJ, Dan, and Beth in Glastonbury, Connecticut. CT's Protos cheering on Team Cape Cod. Got the outside part of the plate on Palmer Campbell. Let's go, Squirrels, go nuts from Brent Peters. Shout out to Blake Simmons. You guys are going to take it all. Watching from Seatown, Missouri. Love Mom. Into the strike zone, much to the chagrin of some Fighting Squirrel fans. Here's the 0-2 offering to Campbell. Swing, a miss. Proto will go down to first to make sure it's an out. And indeed it is. Out number 1 as Austin Hicks will come to the plate. Go Nate and TCC. Sam, Ella, and Olivia are all home watching you. Watching from Jackson, Missouri. Go Palmer Campbell. Go Squirrels from Shibu and Cousin Jackson. For Mike Dortery. Keep on pitching strikes. As this one is deposited into center field. As Austin Hicks will get on. That is the second base hit for the Squirrels. Tying run aboard with 1 away in the third. Garrison Keene next. For Mike Dordery, keep on pitching strikes. Love you, man. We're also proud of you from Alec watching in Harwich. Shout out to Palmer Campbell and Austin Hicks from Gary and Michelle, Austin and Colton in Advance, Missouri. Hashtag go nuts. Shout out says to Ryan Proto. Shout out to you for dealing with my bad athletic abilities in Little League from Forrest Chapman. Hey, Forrest, you should be proud. It may have made Ryan an even better player. Reaching out, trying to protect the runner. Hicks goes. Throw is sitting there, and it is waiting on Austin Hicks. Frazier taking the throw from Proto, and Hicks caught stealing. 2 gone with a 1-1 count on Garrison Keene. You got this, Team Cape Cod from the Brunings. Shout out to number 19, Garrison Keene. Love Madison. Hashtag go nuts. Couple of baseball emojis. 1 number 12, Mike Frazier, TCC. Go get 'em. Love Aunt Vicky, Cousin Michelle in Maine. Shout out to Mac and Team Cape Cod from CC and Tug on Cape Cod. You can do it. A huge shout out to TCC. Go Mike Dortery from Mom, Ollie, Kylie, and Jake, as well as Darius on Cape Cod. Down to first goes Keene as we go back to the top of the order. One aboard, 2 gone. Cole Nichols, who popped out to right field in the first, batting here in the third. Ty Householder will follow when you get to the fourth. It is McCabe, Dortery, and Amaker all due up. Shout out to TCC and Johnny V from Harwich Center, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Shout out says Nikki C is the man. Jake Morris, do it for Nina. Go Team Cape Cod from Timmy J from the Cape. Couple of pitches into the strike zone. Nicole Nichols, 0-2. Shout out Big Crawl McCabe. Roll 4 C's. Principal Patty C from Barnstubble. Fielded by LaBarge. Goes over to second. Turns in the 5-4 that gets Garrison Keene. And it wraps up the third. 3 innings in and another low one, scoring one. That's been the protocol for these bracket play games. And this one fitting right in line as we head to the fourth.
Come along now, join the fun in beautiful Grant County, Washington. Our lakes just can't be beat, our friends you'll love to meet in beautiful Grant County, Washington.
Call 800-992-6234 or tourgrantcounty.com. Brought to you by the Grant County Tourism Commission.
Right here in the Columbia Basin, located in Moses Lake, we've got a locally owned, operated car rental agency with a great selection of late model clean cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. They do direct billing to insurance companies when that unexpected accident happens and your car is laid up for that little moment. They're open 6 days a week with a new building and new location. 15 years of service to the Columbia Basin. Advance Rent-A-Car. Call them today, 765-39.
Top of the fourth, bottom third of the order, due up for Team Cape Cod. C.J. McCabe, Mike Dortry, Nathan Amaker due up. Well, we do the shout-outs in the third and fourth and got a backlog of them, so let's see if I can squeeze as many in as possible. Go Logan Damesworth, love Malachi from Caruthersville, Missouri. Go Squirrels. Go Squirrels from Greenville, Missouri. Go Squirrels from the Medlock family in Wyatt, Missouri. Keep it up, Austin. So proud of you. Love your favorite sister. Let's go get them, boys. Alumni are live streaming and rooting for you. Hashtag Team Cape Cod 2009. Hashtag 6. Shout out to the announcer. Great job throughout the series. Can you please get me updated? Let's see, on keeping the base graphics updated. Enjoying the coverage, though. Thanks so much. Well, as I mentioned, we are logged in with the folks next door. I love being able to pass the buck. We are logged in with the people next door with the graphic that provides you the score, the pitch count, the outs, and the like. And so we're kind of at their mercy. But we'll knock on the wall a couple of times and say, hey, get with it. Popped up towards right field, and there the catch is made in right by Jason Gerald, and there's one away. Mike Dornery coming to the plate. Nathan Amaker will follow. Shout out to Trey McDaniel from your little sister Trinity. Go Nuts. Shout out to Team Cape Cod sending you ocean breezes. Boy, would we love to have an ocean breeze blow across the diamond in these 100-degree temperatures. Go Mac LaBarge. Cape Cod strong from Graham. Dobby says, bring it home, Team CC. Hashtag Cape Life from the Dirty Stubble. Shout out to Garrison Key, number 19 from Antina and Uncle Brian in Sykeston, Missouri. Go Nuts. Shout out to my Bell City Bros from Private Smith. 0-2 quickly on Mike Dortry. Nobody aboard, one away, just missing the strike zone. Nathan Amaker moves to the on-deck circle. Thank you very much for announcing all of our shout-outs to TCC and Sam Majeski this year, last year, and tomorrow. Your coverage has been awesome. Thanks, Bob and Susan, Cape Coral. Again, I repeat, though, without you, no need for us. So thanks so much for watching. Shout-out to Mac LaBarge from his buddy Robbie on Cape Cod. Good luck, man. One hop to Householder, quick throw over, and Mike Dortry is out on the 4-3. 2 gone for Nathan Amaker. Michael Frazier is next. Finding out, or make that shouting out to PCAM and the rest of the Fighting Squirrels from Matthews, Moe, and the Hearts. Into the strike zone to Nathan Amaker, who had a single in the second. Michael Frazier will follow. Happy birthday, Winston. Go Squeals, everyone in Scott City. Shout out to Team Cape Cod. Wish I was there to see the beautiful sunset from Kevin in Sandwich, Massachusetts. I mean, could there be anything better than living in a place called Sandwich, Massachusetts? I guess the only thing better might be Oatmeal Cookie, Colorado. Sandwich, Massachusetts, thanks so much for shouting out. Or maybe Cinnamon Roll, North Carolina. But did that do anything to the cheeseometer, by the way? As it's struck over towards Pratt at third. Throw goes over to first and gets the out. 1, 2, 3 goes Cape Cod in the top of the fourth. I mentioned previously, our producer also in charge of the cheeseometer. I think it registered something here in the fourth. We go to the bottom part, the last few shout-outs coming up.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Bottom of the fourth, Ty Householder will start things off. Since we're heading into the fourth, the bottom part of it, of course, the third and the fourth are the only innings in which we do shout-outs. And we're running out of time and got 31 shout-outs to get to. So this is where we just go to, if you haven't sent a shout-out, we read those who have not had one sent previously. Our apologies, just the way to do things when our time gets abbreviated. Go Squirrels from Don, Betty, and Malachi. Go Squirrels from Dave's Best Way, Lilbourne, Missouri. Hashtag Go Nuts. Go, 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 Fighting Squirrels from the Ramplies in Colorado. Hashtag Get That Title. Hashtag Go TCC from Will Norris. Shout out Ryan Proto and TCC from House EBHS. Go Team Cape Cod, stay tough, looking good. Shout out to Proto from the Sandbox. Shout out to Team Cape Cod and Michael Dorfman. Love watching you do what you love from Elizabeth and Melissa. Shout out to number 10, Noah Waller's Granny and Dudley family in Tampa, Florida. Mom had to help Gran, but that's okay. My dad's not a real adept texter either. As a matter of fact, he probably doesn't do it much. I'd have to help him to get it done. So thanks, Mom, for helping Gran. Wrap towards Majeski, and he leaves something fairly important behind. If you're going to make a throw over to first, you've got to have that ball, and Majeski left it behind. So Householder gets on after the error committed by Majeski as Braden Cox comes to the plate. Shout out to the Bell City boys, Austin, Bobby, and Cole. Best of luck to y'all watching from Farmington, Missouri, from Sonia Wright. Bring it home to Cape Cod from number 6. Shout out to my big bro Ryan Proto and the rest of the TCC team. Best of luck from Casey and Barnstubble. Into LaBarge at third. Throw not into. Oh, yes it is. Wow, it was bang bang. I thought it might not have gotten there. The throw from LaBarge to Frazier, but he is called out on the Braden Cox slam. So Householder out number 1 on the force out at second and went into the dirt. From that vantage point, difficult to see, but One away with Cox on. Let's take a look from here, and very close at second. And that's got the Squirrel coach out to plead his case. Shout out to all 4 teams tonight from Happy the Clown. Shout out to Ben Florin and Team Cape Cod from Mom in Martin's Mill. That was the lead runner, so obviously if you are Charleston, Missouri, you're concerned regardless. But in a 1-0 game, and you're thinking the scenario is 2 on and nobody out, when there's 1 out and the lead runner gone, you're going to express yourself. Out of the strike zone to Trey McDaniel. Cox, the base runner at first in a 1-0 game. Shout out to Mac Labarge from his buddy Robbie on Cape Cod. Good luck, man. Shout out to Mike Daugherty from Mid-Cape Athletic Club, South Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Knock him down. Thank you kindly for the kind comments about the coverage. Nick Carr, you're making Sandwich High School proud. Go Team Cape Cod. Throw to first. Back safely goes Cox. Bell City fans watching on Bell City Hill. Go get them Squirrels. Go Nuts. Shout out to Michael Frazier. You always make me so proud. Best of luck. I love you from Brooke. Shout out to Ryan Proto. Dobby says, use the force. Hashtag TCC and hashtag Cape Life. 2-1 the count on Trey McDaniel. Well, thank you very much again for the kind words and the hot dog emoji. I'm sure if emojis were tasty, the hot dog one would be. Shout out to Mike Dorkery, bring home the W, and we'll go get that ice cream. Let's go Cape Cod with a thumbs up, a fire, and a... Is that a doggy emoji or a goat? Or it's an animal of some sort. And I'm thinking maybe goat for greatest of all time. 3-2 the count on Trey McDaniel. Wyatt Pratt to follow. Shout out to hashtag Magic Man Sam Majeski. Let's see some more of those incredible plays. Love you from Jess and Hunter, Cape Cod. Runner will take off. The walk is delivered. Couple of base runners on. McDaniel goes to first. Cox, the base runner, at second. Wyatt Pratt coming to the plate. Shout out from Bell City, Missouri to BC Cubs, representing as part of the Squirrels, from Matt Asher, hashtag Go Nuts, hashtag Minner is Nuts, and hashtag back-to-back-to-back state champs. Conversation with Michael Daugherty after a couple of base runners get on. You had Cox get on compliments of the 5-4. The 5-4 took out Householder, who reached on the E6. And then the walk puts Trey McDaniel on. Here comes Dennis Duke to break up the conversation and to get the baseball back in play. Shout out to TCC's CJ McCabe from the Crawfords on Cape Cod. Go Sticks. Go Team Cape Cod. Bring that championship over the bridge. Love you, Ryan, from Nanny in Marstone's Mills, Cape Cod. So proud of you, Sam Majeski. Love Mom. Go Team Cape Cod. Go Team Cape Cod. Look curveball first until he starts locating the fastball, from Pam, Adam, and Jed in Osterville. Shout out to Crawford and Church Street. You're looking good, kid. Happy birthday, Winston Welter. Let's go Squirrels. Love Ma and Pa. Shout out says Crawford McCabe has the most luscious hair and the best name in the tournament. Of course, CJ McCabe playing first for Cape Cod. Wyatt Pratt with a couple of base runners on, sends it right to Frazier. One hops it to him. Majeski at second for one out. Throw on to McCabe in time for two. And the 4-6-3 will put it into the fourth. in and into our shout-outs. Thanks so much for all those who did. To those that we couldn't get to, our apologies. We just ran out of time. We head to the 5th on Jock Jive Sports.
With today's fast-paced world can be difficult. Accelerate your life with iFiber Communications high-speed internet. Surf, stream, and game like never before. Give us a call at 509-754-2600 and find out more at iFiber.tv.
Cheryl Konos Farmers Insurance is your local one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, and farm and ranch, Cheryl and Farmers are here for you. You never know when the unexpected will happen, so be ready for anything. She'll work for you to put together a package that fits your needs no matter how big or small. She's right here in Ephrata, so you can talk to her at any time. Please stop by for a free quote at 858 Basin Street Southwest or call 509-754-2550. Good luck to all the players and teams.
Keeping up with today's fast-paced world can be difficult. Accelerate your life with iFiber Communications high-speed internet. Surf, stream, and game like never before. Give us a call at 509-754-2600 and find out more at
We head to the top of the 5th, top of the order as well. Michael Frazier, a 1-zip Team Cape Cod lead. Ryan Proto, Sam Majeski due up in the inning too. Well, the shout-outs continuing to pour in, and our apologies that we're limited to the 3rd and 4th. Tell you what, hopefully you'll have an opportunity in the 3rd and 4th of other games to send those shout-outs. Got a nightcap coming up, a special shout-out, by the way, to begin things in the nightcap. Inside pitch on Michael Frazier. Frazier with a single and a fly out. He is 1 for 2. Lays down the bunt, but does so foul. Got one more task for you, though, if you don't mind. We'll do this in the 6th. So hang on. It's our 6th inning feature, and that's where, well, you sort of get a shout-out. You get a shout-out from us to you if you follow us on Twitter. That will happen in the 6th inning only. So hang on. Don't follow us yet. Do so in the 6th, and we will honor you. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Frazier. Proto and Majeski due up in the inning as well. Here's your 1-2 offering. Wrapped over towards 3rd. Spin move. Pratt's got the out. And Frazier out number 1. 1 away for Ryan Proto. Sam Majeski will follow. Well, by the way, on the scoreboard, when it pops up, there's going to be a hashtag Babe Ruth WS to the top right. Right up the middle for Proto, and that will be a base hit. His 2nd one of the game. How do you get to all the big plays in the World Series, not just games prior, not just yesterday's games, not just today's game? Well, you put hashtag Babe Ruth WS into the search engine of Facebook or Twitter. See it there on your scoreboard. And that will bring up all the plays, all the big ones, and there have been plenty. Lots of defensive plays. Probably more big defensive plays than offensive ones, but you got them both. And hashtag Babe Ruth WS. And both of these teams have had their series of big plays, and there's a big hit of Majeski. So the 1-out single by Proto and the 1-out hit batsman have a couple of base runners on. Mac Labarge coming to the plate, and Will Leathers will follow. I had a text that said, please explain why you only do shout-outs in the 3rd and 4th. It comes down from management. Management says, you know, focus on baseball at least half of the game, and then so we compact them in the 3rd and 4th so we can give you an opportunity to be kind of like those people in the stands. And I know the argument would be, and it's a valid one, well, they're cheering all game long. That's true. Don't have a good argument for that. But thanks so much for all of those who did a lot of shouting during the 3rd and 4th innings. 0-1 on Labarge. one away, couple of base runners aboard. Those two on are Majeski and Proto. It is a 1-0 Cape Cod lead. Will Leathers will follow. A glance to the base runner, and then the toss from Hicks. 6 hits total in the game. 4 hits given up by Austin Hicks, 2 hits given up by Michael Daugherty. And it is a 1-0 game. I mentioned the fact that we've just had kind of an offensive slowdown. And that offensive slowdown really seemed to start after the opening game on the final day of pool play. Quick throw to second, but Proto able to get back safely. In that first game of pool play, Tucson beats Mid-County, Texas 10-4. And then, since then, nobody has scored better than 4. You had a 4-2 Vancouver win over Blue Lick as LeBar just struck out for out number 2. Then you had the Charleston victory over Surrey County 3-0. You had Ephrata beat Middle Atlantic, which was Mount Olive 4-3. Your games yesterday, the 2-0 Cape Cod win over Moses Lake, and the 1-0 Ephrata victory over Tucson. So low scoring has been the norm over the course of the last now 6 games. And it is 1-0 on Will Leathers. Swing, a miss, count evens at 1. Leathers is wrapped into a 6-3. He has been hit by a pitch.
How about it? What he said? That's the fun. That's the fun right here. What he said?
Nick Carr moves to the on-deck circle. Austin Hicks picking up the sign from Garrison Keene, his catcher, and delivers the 1-1. That got the outside part of the plate. Late indication from Dennis Duke. Thought for a moment it might be registered as low and away, but it caught the outside part of the plate. One ball, couple of strikes on Will Leathers. Lots of ball games in Major League Baseball. So we will get to scores in the majors when we head into the bottom part of the 5th. And of course the 6th reserved for Twitter followers. Brand new ones. Lifted foul. Ephrata and Mid-County coming up. That's the 1 team out of the National Division taking on the 2 team out of the American Division. This matchup, it is an intra-division game. 2 teams that are in the American Division saw each other in pool play. It was a 7-run win for the Fighting Squirrel in that pool play game. Out goes Leathers, a strikeout Dixon. A couple of base runners left on. Don't think this one's going to be a 10-3 final for anybody. Still 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Since 1969, DK's Drive-In has been Ephrata's favorite spot for burgers, fries, sweet treats, and everything else in between. We are proud to continue the DK's tradition of serving our community with delicious food made to order. Come on in or swing through the drive-thru and see why DK's has been a staple of Ephrata for generations. DK's Drive-In at 805 Basin Street Northwest in Ephrata.
Lakeview Golf and Country Club. They're looking for new members, and now's the time to join. There's no initiation fee, and it's $175 a month. A great course, great people, and a professional that has instruction available. His name? Matt Campbell. Along with a good junior program, driving range and restaurant are available to the public. Come and try the good food with Amy Galloway and her staff, open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Great course, great people at the Lakeview Golf and...
We enter the bottom of the fifth. Winston Welter will start things off with the Fighting Squirrel. Jason Gerald, Palmer Campbell due up in the inning 2. Major League Baseball, let's get you updated on scores. Red Sox with a 3-zip lead over the Yankees. The Giants-Nationals game has been delayed. Mets leading the Phillies 6-4, bottom of the 6th. Pirates with a 4-2 lead over the Blue Jays, bottom of the 7th, end of the 6th. Twins lead the Tigers 5-3. Rockies over the Marlins 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Indians blanking the Rays in the bottom of the 7th, 5-zip. Rangers shutting out the Astros, 4-zip, bottom of the 3rd. White Sox with a 2-zip lead over the Royals, top of the 4th. Midway through the 3rd, Reds 7, Brewers 2. It's the Cardinals on top of the Braves, 4-zip, top of the 3rd. And then 3 games later, D-backs and Cubbies, A's and Orioles, Angels and Mariners. Winston Welter starting things off in the 5th in a 1-zip game. Daughtry's pitch swung on and missed, 1-2. Welter with a fly out to short. He was the middle out in the 2nd. Jason Gerald, Palmer Campbell due up in the inning 2. Daughtry stepping off the bump, out of the box goes Welter. By the way, looking for a place to stay here in Ephrata, Washington? I highly recommend the Best Western. Best, well, for a reason. Best in town, best place to stay, best place for that complimentary breakfast, best comfort, best service, all at the Best Western. And we appreciate the opportunity to spend some time, I guess that's on the west side of town, at the Best Western. Count even to a piece on Welter. Welter with a fly out to short. He was the middle out in the inning. Rolled foul and the count stays even, 2 each. 10 teams got here to play on Saturday. 4 teams exit after pool play. 1 team leaves after game 1 yesterday. Another leaves after game 2. And that original field of 10 now to 4. After this game, 3. After the game that follows, 2 in the championship tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 2-2 offering. Swing, a miss. Welter out number 1. For Daughtry, that is strikeout number 2. He fanned Campbell in the 3rd. And now has struck out Welter in the 5th. Jason Gerald to the plate, wrapped into the 1-3 his last at-bat. Palmer Campbell moves to the on-deck circle. By the way, we do this stuff all over the country, literally. We're in Washington today, Alabama on the 23rd, Georgia 24th, West Virginia the 25th. In September, I'm not sure where all we will be. I know we'll be in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I know we'll be back in Alabama, back in Georgia. I think down in Miami. But if you are interested in coverage, then email us info@jockjive.com. And if you're thinking, no, haven't got the budget, you might. Big productions and small. Jock Jive Sports does them all. Info@jockjive.com. High toss after a strikeout of Welter. Gerald is given a walk. And again, the tying run gets on for the Fighting Squirrels. Palmer Campbell next. He's made 1 plate appearance. That was in the 3rd. And in the 3rd, he struck out. Daughtry with a look over the shoulder to the base runner at first. Then delivers outside of the strike zone to Campbell. Austin Hicks next. "55 pitches for Michael Daugherty. He has used his pitches sparingly, averaging right around 10 per inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. And there's that 1 on over at first. Jason Gerald given the walk moments ago from Daugherty. That is the second, make that third walk. 3 walks now issued by Michael Daugherty. So a couple of Ks, 3 walks, 2 hits given up. Here's the 2-1 offering. Lifted to the left side, but in foul territory. Brief chase given by Leathers. Daugherty asking for the pitch count. Gets it from Dennis Duke. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Glance over to the base runner, Gerald. And now the right-hander comes set, delivers outside of the strike zone, and the count runs full. Well, if you walk Campbell, you shove that go-ahead run into scoring position. The runner goes into the strike zone, struck him out. But the stolen base for Gerald gets him to bag number 2, but he's there with 2 gone. 3rd strikeout of the game for Daugherty to go along with the 3 walks.
Pitcher number 99, Austin.
And there's 2 away for Austin Hicks. Hicks had a single but got caught stealing second. That happened in the 3rd. Proto out to talk to his pitcher, Michael Daugherty. I mentioned that the game is available on Facebook, on the Babe Ruth Facebook page. By the way, like them too. They're not that far from 10,000. Austin Hicks awaits, fouls it away. One o'clock tomorrow afternoon. 2 teams. Cape Cod, Charleston, Ephrata, Mid-County still in the hunt. 2 of the 4 will meet for the championship. Driven into right field. That is an Austin Hicks base hit. Given the green light as Gerald. He comes home. Proto's got it and tags him out. Nick Carr retrieves the Austin Hicks shot in right. Zips it home. Proto able to tag out Gerald well ahead of his arrival at home plate. Still 1-0 Cape Cod.
Ephrata is strategically located in the center of Washington State. The Port of Ephrata can meet your intermodal transportation and supply chain needs via road, rail, or air. Our most recently available property are 2 buildings that combine for 100,000 square feet of high bay heavy manufacturing space with multiple bridge cranes installed. When the workday is over, take advantage of the plentiful recreation opportunities in the area. Bring your business back to center in Ephrata, a center for commerce, a center for opportunity, and a centered life.
For more than 50 years, Tomer Construction has been helping build the Pacific Northwest. We've led successful projects throughout the area involving portable rock crushing, road construction, land clearing, land leveling, bridge construction, and structural concrete. We also offer fill material, sand, and gravel for your everyday landscape needs. For a free quote, call today, 509-787-3312. Tomer Construction. We're ready to serve you.
Good look at the diamond here, Johnson O'Brien Stadium. Tiger baseball tradition. High school team, Ephrata High School plays here, and they indeed have a tradition of winning. And somebody's going to win a World Series title in this one. 1-0 score, Team Cape Cod. Here again, that play at home plate. Just a strong throw in from Carr. The green light had been given. And the throw is there, and Proto tagging out the runner.
Number 13 right fielder, Carr.
And the guy that made the great throw, he's the guy that starts things off. Wraps it towards third. Pratt scoops it up over to first. And out goes Carr on the 5-3. Well, we are into the sixth. The sixth inning is when we recognize new Twitter followers. And, of course, we want to show you a little love. If you follow us in the sixth inning, we verbally read out your Twitter handle. And that's our way of saying thank you very much for following Jock Jive on Twitter. Sixth inning only. So if you're going to follow us, now's a good time to do so. C.J. McCabe, he's 0 for 2. Is struck out and popped out. Another one into the strike zone, 0-2. Mike Doherty moves to the on-deck circle. At RSW Law 66. At RSW Law 66. Thanks so much for following us, and that's how you do it. You follow, we recognize. 1-2 on McCabe. One away, nobody aboard. Popped up out of play. And it's 1-2. C.J. McCabe and Doherty to follow. Amaker in the hole. Popped up out of play. Follow us on Twitter, and we read out that Twitter handle like @SkipBaseball. @SkipBaseball. Thanks so much for following us on Twitter. McCabe strikes out and then tagged out after a drop strike 3 by Keene. And right there on your scoreboard, by the way, top right corner, that's where we put all the pertinent information. And that pertinent information is @JockJive. Put that in the search engine, @JockJive. And when you follow us, we recognize you. @Darius_Hill32. @Darius_Hill32. Thanks so much for watching and for following. Mike Doherty, 0 for 2, and now 0 for 2 in the pitch count. 0 for 2 overall with ground outs to third and second. Nathan Amaker to the on-deck circle. @Subway Lady 1. @Subway Lady 1. Thanks for following. @Melissa Edney. @Melissa Edney. We appreciate you following. @J Schmull 47. JSCHMULL. J Schmull 47. Thanks so much for following us on Twitter. @TJ Wardwell. @TJ Wardwell. We appreciate you following. @Logan Hampton 11. @Logan Hampton 11. Thank you for following Jock Jive. Into the strike zone, and Doherty becomes out number 3. 3 go up, 3 go down in a very quick top part of the sixth. We are 1 hour and 21 minutes into this one. 1 run has played it. And that's the lead for Cape Cod as we go to the bottom of the sixth.
Today's Best Western is more rewarding than ever. Rewards members get our best rates every stay. And with rewards points that never expire, you get more free nights at over 4,200 hotels worldwide, gift cards, and instant rewards. Now get a $10 gift card with every night you stay. Let's go get rewarded. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Before the final touches were made, before the swing was built, before the trees were there, before the holes were dug, before any of that, a call was made so all underground lines could be marked, so the holes could be dug, the trees could be planted, the swing could be built, and the final touches made to a picture-perfect project. Dream, plan, prepare. Call 811 before you dig.
Immediately following the contest, we will.
A look inside the nest, the Fighting Squirrels hoping to plate runs here in the 6th. The 1-0 advantage, it belongs to Cape Cod. Garrison Keene will start things off. Cole Nichols, Ty Householder slated to come to the plate. We will see if those are the gentlemen who indeed make their way to the plate. And apparently not. Looks like we've already got a pinch hitter for the Fighting Squirrels as Jared Moses will bat in the spot previously occupied by Keene. So Moses pinch hitting for Keene here in the 6th. More Twitter followers in the 6th at Ali D. Orty. Ali D. 0 Herty. Thank you very much for following us on Twitter. At Jock Jive, that's how you find us. Follow us in the 6th, and our way of saying thanks is a shout out in reverse with a reading of your Twitter handle. Doherty, the toss and the pitch fouled out of play to even the count at 1. Moses, Nichols, and Householder all due up in the inning. At Aydern No Perm, Aydern No Perm. Thank you very much for following Jock Jive on Twitter. This is the zone 3-1. Charleston has had base runners. They had a base runner in the 1st. They had base runners in the 3rd, in the 4th, in the 5th. The only inning in which somebody hasn't gotten aboard was in the 2nd. But haven't been able to get anybody in. They got close. Jason Gerald thrown out. Compliments of a Nick Carr tossed from right field to Ryan Prono. And Gerald thrown out at the plate. Over towards right field, a leadoff single for Moses. And Jared Moses, the pinch hitter, gets a pinch hit. Charleston with a base runner aboard. Let's see if a little small ball would be in order for Cole Nichols. Nichols has been to the plate twice previously, once a flyout, once a ground out. Thanks at Stetson_Lane. At Stetson_Lane. Thank you very much for following us. Over to first, safely back is Moses. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Cape Cod lead. Moses on with a leadoff single. Nichols showing bunt. Bunts back to McCabe, and he looks at third. Make that second. And the look to second and the lack of a zip on a throw to first has a couple of base runners on. If McCabe goes immediately to first, he's got him. But it was that look to second that allows Nichols to get on and Moses to go to second. A couple of base runners on for Ty Householder. Let's see if another bunt. Yes, it is in order. Householder showing bunt, pulls away. More new Twitter followers at T.A. LaBarge. At T.A. LaBarge. Bunted to McCabe, and he will fire over to first and get the out. Well, he gave a look to third, thought about maybe trying to get Moses. Moses there safely. And McCabe decides, nope, don't want to chance it. Gets it to Frazier covering, and the sacrifice will go 3-4. Nichols to second. Moses, the base runner, at third. Braden Cox coming to the plate. Well, what about another squeeze? Another bunt. 3 consecutive at-bats with a bunt. I would say with the Fighting Squirrels, a very good possibility. Thanks so much to @Griffin Handler. @Griffin Handler for now following us. @StyleBus. @StyleBus, we appreciate you following Jock Jive on Twitter. @SeanFan05. @SeanFan05. And certainly I recognize the name Sean Fanning. Played him some great baseball here in the World Series. And @SeanFan05 now following. Well, you got a problem there. The base isn't supposed to sit like that. And that's why the maintenance crew is going to come out with a special tool. You know, earlier in the World Series, there was a problem at third, and the umpire dug out with the hands, and maintenance crew said, let us handle that. We've got a special piece of equipment. And there is the dig out at third tool. We've had it happen a couple of times at second, and now a couple of times at third. What a great job the maintenance crew has done, by the way. I mean, they love this field. They show it some love and attention, and you can tell it when you start the game. It is in pristine shape. @Hixie15. @Hixie15. Now following us on Twitter. Thanks so much. @Sammy_Cavaco. @Sammy_Cavaco. We thank you for following Jock Jive on Facebook and Twitter. 1 ball, no strikes to Braden Cox. Pokes it in the direction of right field. Carr will run over. It will drop into the grass. One away, 2 aboard, 1-zip score, but the Fighting Squirrels trying to change that here in the bottom of the 6th. Cape Cod scored a run in the top of the 1st. It is held up thus far, but Charleston threatening here with 1 away in the bottom part of inning number 6. High pitch, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering to Cox. Trey McDaniel awaits on deck. Even at 2. Big at-bat here for Charleston. They want to run. Big at-bat defensively for Cape Cod. They don't want the run. A base hit gets Keene on. A bunt gets Nichols on. A bunt gets Nichols and Keene over. Swing and a miss, and a big out of Braden Cox. 2 gone for Trey McDaniel. Base runners at second and third, 2 gone. Trey McDaniel, who has popped up and walked, steps into the strike zone with a toss from Michael Doherty. @Andrew_Abe2. @Andrew_Abe2. Thank you so much for following Jock Jive on Twitter. We do it for about 1 more out. @Jock Jive. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2. @Colossians_2_8. @Colossians_2_8. Thank you very much. 1 ball, couple of strikes on McDaniel. The Doherty pitch just missed outside. It has gotten very quiet. The old cliche, you could hear a pin drop. Anticipation, Cape Cod and the Fighting Squirrels. It is lifted towards center field. That looks like it's catchable by Amaker, and it is. Couple of base runners get aboard, both in scoring position, but they stay on, and it is still 1-zip Team Cape Cod. We head to the 7th in the first of 2 semifinal games. This is Jock Time Sports.
Paul Lozier was a Grant County farmer who supported a number of community causes throughout his lifetime. He created the Paul Lozier Charitable Foundation to continue his charitable giving. The Paul Lozier Scholarship Foundation provides scholarships to students attending colleges within Washington. To learn more, please visit the Lozier Foundation website at www.lozier.org or find us on Facebook. The Paul Lozier Foundation, a legacy of charitable giving.
Whether you're looking for a bigger car to support your growing family, a new truck for your business, or something to pull that toy of yours, we've got you covered at Barry Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Ephrata. Come see us today and learn why your family, friends, and neighbors buy their cars at Barry. On Basin Street for more than 35 years, and with locations in Moses Lake and Wenatchee, we are one great place to buy a car. Call or click 754-2411 or barrysaves.com.
Team Cape Cod hanging on to a 1-run lead. How even? Well, there you see the line score, very doggone even. The lone exception would be one more run for Cape Cod as compared to the none for the Fighting Squirrel. 4 hits apiece, an error each. Even the runners left on. 6 for Cape Cod, 5 for the Squirrels. So a very evenly played game. It is wrapped to third by Amaker, and he is out over at first, 1 away in the 7th. To the top of the order we go. Michael Frazier is next. If you are already looking to the bottom of the 7th, you've got the mid part of the Charleston order due up. Wyatt Pratt, Winston Welter, and Jason Gerald. Where Michael Doherty is concerned, he has thrown 80 pitches, so that's not an issue. If Coach wants him back in the 7th, he'll be back out there. Nothing in 2 quickly on Frazier. He is 1 for 3. Scored the game's only run in the first inning. Time asked for by Frazier. 1 hour, 35 minutes. You've got a 7:30 scheduled start time for the nightcap. We'll see if it starts at 7:30. Rolls it towards third, charging in Pratt, scoops it up, lobs it to first, gets the out. And a couple of 5-3s mean 2 are gone in the top of the 7th. Ryan Proto next. He's singled twice, stolen a base, 2 for 3. Batting with the bases empty and 2 gone in the 7th. For Austin Hicks, we talked about the Michael Doherty pitches. They're 80. That was the 100th for Austin Hicks. And all we needed in the top part of the 7th was a pitcher, catcher, third baseman, and first baseman. 3 5-3s, and the top of the 7th done. Can Cape Cod hold it, or can the Fighting Squirrels tie it or win it? We head to the bottom of the 7th.
On the train test range, you learn. On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. We into the bottom of the 7th. Had a couple of followers, by the way, in the 6th that I missed, so we got to recognize you if you followed us on Twitter. At BD Johnson 7, at BD Johnson 7, and at Coolest Grand M. At Coolest Grand M. I like the line on the Twitter page. It says, I may be old, but my personality isn't. Well, we don't think you're old either. Coolest Grand M, thank you so much for watching and following. Well, we've looked inside each dugout. Now we look onto the diamond. Cape Cod got a run in the first. They haven't gotten a run since. Fighting Squirrels haven't gotten a run yet. It is a 1-0 game. 80 pitches now in the game for Michael Doherty. And he will try to get it to hold in the 7th. Pratt, Welter, and Gerald slated to come to the plate. The 5, 6, and 7 spots. And in the game, thus far, they are 0 for 5 with a walk, a strikeout, and wrapping into a double play. So the 5, 6, and 7 spots will try to turn their fortune around here in the bottom of the 7th. Team Cape Cod trying to get to that championship game tomorrow. So too are the Fighting Squirrels. Fouled off, and that might have got a piece of Dennis Duke. Wearing a lot of gear and then did the Hulk thing. Say, hey, can't hurt me. Wow, that hurts. That hurts me. Looked like it got him somewhere around the bicep. Nope, right around the chest pad. That's why it's on. But I'm telling you, that's still painful. It's there to protect, but that thing's coming at you at a pretty good clip. And it will indeed smart. 0-1 on Wyatt Pratt. Lifts it up, foul territory. McKay gives it a chase. It's out of play. Pratt is wrapped into a 6-3 and into a 4-6-3. Ground out to short in the 2nd, hit into the double play in the 4th. Batting here in the 7th. Here is the 0-2 offering to Pratt. Comes in low, 1-2. Well, I've referenced it earlier, and that's at least another broadcast. The fact that this is the psychological aspect of the game. If you are the Squirrels and you get this guy on, it's a lift. If you're Cape Cod and you get him out, it's your lift. Popped up. This might be playable. Let's see. That's, nope, trouble. Just outside of the fence. McCabe and Carr get over, but can't bring it in, and the at-bat will continue for Pratt. All teams that get here a heck of a year. You're playing in the World Series, then you've had a heck of a season. You get out of pool play and make it into bracket play, season's gotten better. You get to the title game and you're almost there. Wrapped to Majeski, and it will slide between the legs of Majeski, and the error gets a base runner on. Routine grounder. And Majeski not able to get Pratt out, and we talked about the psychological lift. At least for the moment, it belongs to the Fighting Squirrels as the leadoff guy gets on, and this is a team that bunts very well. And let's see if they, at least for the moment, and you could understand why, might be more concerned with tying versus winning. There's a nice bunt. Doherty will pick it up, fire over to first. He will get the out on the sacrifice that gets Pratt to second. One out for Jason Gerald. So Winston Welter has done his job. He has gotten Pratt into scoring position. Jason Gerald has ground into a 1-3. He has walked. Stolen a base as well. Palmer Campbell to the on-deck circle. Proto and Doherty in a conversation, and the glance then went to Pratt. If you're thinking about a pickoff move, the thing you've got to try to steer clear of is a bad throw. If it goes into center field, then you've definitely got somebody at third, maybe even on home. Into the strike zone, strike one on Gerald. Doherty has struck out 3. Here's the 0-1 offering to Gerald. Base runner with big lead at second is Pratt. It comes in low and the count will even. 88 pitches now from Michael Doherty. And the drama builds here in the bottom part of the 7th as, in a worst case for the Squirrels, they go to extras. Their preference win it. Cape Cod trying to get that 1 run that plated 7 innings ago to turn into a W. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Gerald. Big at bat, big pitch here coming from Doherty. Here's the 1-2 toss. Just misses outside. Count evens up, 2 each on Gerald. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Base runner at second is Pratt. Here is the 2-2 offering after the glance to the base runner Pratt into the strike zone, and Gerald is struck out looking. That was a big strikeout. It was his 4th one of the game, but there was not a bigger K of this contest as Doherty gets Gerald for out number 2. It is up to Palmer Campbell. High pitch. And I'm sure that Coach Dan Proto, and now here comes Coach Proto, got to feel like he's probably not going to pull Doherty, but you don't want to completely ignore the base runner at second, but he's not the focus. And that may be part of this conversation is, listen, be aware of the guy at second. Pratt, don't just give him a base, but the focus is the guy at the plate. Well, there was a chuckle in amongst the conversation, as you can see. Doherty with a bit of a chuckle, and when Dan Proto turned to go back to the dugout, smile on his face too. One ball, no strikes on Campbell. Austin Hicks awaiting an opportunity next. If he gets a chance, then there is a chance for the Fighting Squirrels. If he gets no opportunity, then Cape Cod is advanced. Unless it's out of the park. Send it out of the park, do something of the walk-off, then the game is still over. But that would be an instance in which the Squirrels would be victorious. But instead it is Cape Cod as Palmer Campbell wraps into the 1-3 putouts. And the season has come to an end for the Fighting Squirrel of Missouri. What a great year to get here. They finished as the 1 seed, did not lose a game in pool play, got a bye in the quarterfinals, and they came straight to the semis. But for Team Cape Cod, which won 2 games in a row and then stumbled, lost to Ephrata and Charleston, but have rebounded with victories over Moses Lake and now over Charleston, Missouri. It is Team Cape Cod who takes one of the 2 spots in the championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Who will they play? We find out in the nightcap between Ephrata and Mid-County, Texas. James Crenshaw has been your producer. Thank you, iFiber, for the camera ops. Thank you for watching, texting, tweeting, and following. I'm Robert Williamson. So long for Jock Jive.